Well, I have another one. This is Lego Transformers Street Fight. Now, as far as I can remember, my previous review of Scaroglyph was it started out in robot mode, but I figured I'd just get into it because the main core of this guy is the alt mode. Now, as you can see, let me get this out of the way for now. He turns into a. It's not a stoplight, but because a stoplight would just be the red part. He turns into a street. Yeah, let's just call him a stoplight. He turns into a stoplight. Yeah, and he even has, this part. As you can see, this part is messy, and what it's supposed to be, if you can't figure it out, is it's supposed to be the little box, so you can press a button, and it'll allow you to walk if you're a pedestrian and stuff like that. This guy has I haven't documented every one of them. I've documented a few, but he has gone through a lot of changes, and I do mean a lot. Like there was a point where this was just instead of just this 2x2 with a couple in focus, instead of just this part, it was a full 2x4 brick here. But as you can see, I downsized it. As you can also see, he has supports, which he doesn't usually need. I've been able to make him stand without the supports, but I didn't feel like putting that much effort into all of this. Here he is without the supports. Overall, I think he works pretty well in his stoplight mode. Like, it's not perfect. It was never going to be perfect, but I think he looks pretty good. As you saw, in the beginning, he also does come with a little street lamp, which, you can already see a bit of a kibble there. So you can probably already tell a little bit of what that's going to turn into. Anyways, quick size comparison. Here again is the, I'll just say Earthrise Prowl mold. And yeah, about the same as Scaroglyph in this mode, at least, about Scout class size. Anyways, this guy doesn't have any particularly interesting steps to his transformation, but I still think his transformation is really cool, especially by my standards. Like, I feel like I've been building Lego Transformers for years, ever since I was very young. IX Rollout IX like really introduced me to the concept. Shout out to him. He really needs a shout out from me of all people. But overall, I've been making Lego Transformers for a while, and it's only recently that I feel like I really, really stepped up my game. But overall, his transformation is pretty cool. It's definitely more complex to what I'm used to. Start off, just gonna want to flip this down and swivel around the legs, and you have the bottom half done. Then you just open up these panels here. Oops. Just by the ball joint, just like that. And then from there, fold down the arms, and you're done. You can also swivel, it's also recommended that you swivel around that arm. And that is Street Fight in his robot mode. I'm pretty sure I did call him by his proper name, Street Fight. Anyways, I think he looks fantastic. This figure is like the most Lego Transformer I've ever made. I know his the piece for the top of his head has a crack. That's annoying. But this is the most Lego Transformer I've ever made. And what I mean by that is that so at some point, just kind of sit down and watch a bunch of Lego Transformers review, and you see that they all, not all, but they have a distinct style to them. They're very smooth. They have very few studs showing, and I feel like this technique here, and plus how the shoulders look, it all just feels like a Lego Transformer you would see from, again, IX Rollout or Mindbender or Student Scissors. But overall, like I said, I think this is the best Lego Transformer I've ever made. Like, again, just the concept alone has always been in the back of my mind, and he's gone through so many changes. But I really do think that this is fantastic. And something I also noticed, this isn't a knock, but those better Lego Transformers creators oftentimes end up skimping out the posability. But again, if you watch my Scaroglyph review, you know that's something I always strive to do. So the head does turn. It's a bit more of a proper turn. It's not just a forehead moving, but it's still a little difficult to tell which way he's looking. He has universal shoulders. He does kind of have the hot rod shoulders that I don't really like on official figures, but it works here because, this is an official figure. He does have universal elbows, and he technically has a waist swivel, but because of how his waist is constructed, it gets in the way of leg posability. See, this leg just wanted to pop off. So he technically has it, but it's not super useful. Universal hips. And he does indeed have a knee bend. And another thing I like is I don't like how he falls apart, but I do like the knee pads I was able to give him, even if these knee pads and his whole leg in general is made purely in service of trying to keep him stable. One thing I just noticed while messing with this more is that he does have quite the asymmetrical look with this little shield here, one of his legs being bigger and chunkier than the other. It's really cool, and yet he still looks mostly symmetrical, even if he is technically asymmetrical. Now, he was not centered. But now, for this is the street lamp, and as you can tell from these axe blades, this turns into his weapons, and I'm also very satisfied with this. All you have to do is just flip that up, turn this around, then pull up the axe blades like that, and flip them out. And he has a little lance, and that just fits nice and simple. Maybe not the most stable thing. That just fits nice and simply within his hand, and that is a good look. With the shield and stuff, it's works really well. Again, this is probably the Lego Transformer I'm most proud of for a quick size comparison. Again, here is Prowl, and he is much, much smaller in this mode. He's much more squat and bulky, just because a lot of the length he got came from his legs. So now, instead of Scout class, he's much more of a Core class, if I had to assume. Overall, I can't stress this enough how proud I am of this thing. I just think that after all the revisions this guy has gotten, this is for sure the best look he's had. And if people ask for it, I think I do have a photo of at least one of his other incarnations. So I will make like a community post on that or something. But yeah, very proud of this. All right, later.